Hello and welcome to the intro to my series, Humming and the Resting Brain. And I want to give a big thank you and celebrate the fact that we have reached around 1,000 subscribers last week. I say we because we are co-creating these practices. Even though it's me who is creating the videos, I take in your energy, I take in your suggestions, and I create something that I actually, like a year ago, had no idea I was going to create at this moment in time. In real life, off my YouTube channel, I'm a voice coach for public speaking, and I help my clients feel more confident sharing their voice in public speaking situations. And I started out really working on the voice, but realized that it's more the nervous system that is actually something we need to regulate when we want to feel more confident sharing our voice. I think the voice is just this amazing tool that we can use to become ourselves, express ourselves, be ourselves, and at the same time relax, which is amazing. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. This is the introduction to my new series called Humming and the Resting Brain. That was inspired by this book, which is called The Brain at Rest: Why Doing Nothing Can Change Your Life by Dr. Joseph Jebelli, which I think is pronounced this way. So this is such an amazing book. I had this book, or I bought this book like half a year ago, I think. And I had taken it to several holidays or weekends and I'd wanted to read it, but I could just never get around to actually reading it. Because I think deep down, maybe me and you as well, have a huge issue with doing nothing. Because I immediately feel guilty. I immediately feel like I should be doing something and it's a waste of time to do nothing, to rest. But ultimately, that's what's so great about this book. It promotes doing nothing and how you can actually get more productive by doing nothing and by resting, and how rest is actually super beneficial for your brain. In this video today, I will talk a little bit about this, but the videos that are going to follow this week are going to be exactly about different aspects about resting your brain and using humming as a way to do that. Because I read a lot of books about these topics and I sometimes feel like, all right, it's great that I have this information, but what do I do now? And even though in this book there are a lot of practical tips as well, I thought as I was reading the book, humming is the perfect activity. So in this book, Dr. Jebelli explores what happens when we're no longer constantly focused. And what he found was that when we're not focused, we actually activate the default network in our brain, and that has everything to do with reflection, imagination, memory, mental wandering, and inward attention. And what fascinated me in this book is that what people described was that is actually a lot what we experience when we hum, because humming doesn't magically change the brain, but it can help create the conditions for the mind and the nervous system to slow down. And when we hum, especially without any goal in mind, something changes in our brain. We soften. Our attention becomes wider and our thoughts slow down, and the mind becomes less focused on doing and becomes more available for just being. And that inspired me to create this series, Humming and the Resting Brain. So over the next 7 days, we will explore humming as a gentle practice for mental spaciousness, inward listening, creativity, and rest. And these are not scientific experiments, and you don't need any techniques for that. If you already know my practices, they don't have to be perfect. They are just simply small invitations for you to slow down and notice what happens. And there's no singing experience required. It's just a few quiet moments, your breath and your voice. So I will see you in my next video, which will be the first of this series. And it's called Leaving Task Mode, Humming Without a Goal. So I'll see you there.